Morning everyone, and welcome to this week's update. I hope that you and your families are well, and today on Saturday the weather is looking like it's slowly starting to come into spring. So just first of all, a fantastic start to term, especially for the 11s, the 10s and the 6s. Lots and lots of different work going on, lots of revision practice going on, and I know that they're going to be a great success. It really isn't long now until the exams. And just a reminder, we've got Year 8 Parents' Evening on Wednesday, so please do come to that. It'd be great to see you all. Now, as I mentioned last week, and I sent the letter out this week, we have got some really exciting changes about what we are doing as a school. We've always wanted to be innovative and on the front foot of things which are happening in schools. And I've already talked about the work we're doing around flexible learning and supporting flexible working and supporting other schools with their flexible working practices. And this week in the letter, I explained how we are going to be changing the school framework and the organisation and basically the school times for next year. And this really relates to secondary only for the major changes. Students in primary won't really experience very much, and we wanted those to be in every single day. But for students in secondary, we currently run a 50-hour timetable, and that's over 2 weeks. So we do 50 hours of lessons over 2 weeks, over 10 days. And we are changing that. We are going to be moving to 50 hours of learning over 9 days. And there are lots and lots of different reasons that. We know that school since COVID and life is busier, it is harder, it is more challenging, and we want to try and create a flexible approach to all of that. It's changing fast, and new ways of working, new ways of living are impacting all of us. So it's about making sure that we adapt to that. And we've been fortunate enough to work with the Department for Education, and they came up before Easter, to look at this model and what we're going to be doing. And they're really excited about finding out how we're going to be implementing it, because it is something that they're really, really interested in. And so really it's about trying to make moments where it's possible to breathe, where we're just taking a moment to reflect and just creating some space in the working week for everyone. And it really means that we can put more time into teachers and supporting them, which means your children get absolutely fantastic practitioners in front of them, because we know, and all of you know, and the parents and all the families I've spoken with so far completely recognise the challenges in the profession at the moment. And fewer and fewer people want to become teachers, and more teachers are leaving the profession. We've always been really lucky keeping fantastic talent for your children across the school, and we want to continue to be able to do that. So this change in how we're going to be organising the working week is really important to be able to do that, to create breathing space for families, to create breathing space for students, to create breathing space for teachers, and to make sure that we've got really, really high quality professionals in staff. Obviously, a lot of you have embraced this flexible working week, so that's what we're going to be doing as well. So on the screen now, we've got what the week will look like for your children. And I'm going to talk through this a little bit more now, and then also just answer a couple of questions. So for phase 3 and phase 4 students, this is years 7, 8 and 9. We know that as children develop into their early teenage years, they need to develop the ability to manage themselves, their emotions, and time out to rest across a long term helps them to better control these emotions at school and at home, and develop their skills as independent learners, managing home and online learning. And these are really important attributes for successful learners. So in these phases, and that's part of the reason for it, in phase 5 students fine-tune their skills with flexible working and self-regulation, especially when it comes to post-16 provision. And obviously all of our children go on to post-16 provision, and when they get there, that ability to self-manage, self-regulate, organise their time is really, really important, and it sets them up for that sense of success. So for years 7, 8 and 9, that's phase 3 and phase 4 children, actually the school week won't change massively. The start time is still the same for everyone. So you can see on the screen here that they will start at 8:15. This is on Monday, Tuesday and Thursday, and they will go through until 3 o'clock. So as you will be aware, currently on a Monday we finish at 3:30. So we're just slightly changing it for those students until a 3 o'clock finish. That's on Monday, Tuesday and Thursday. On Wednesday, you can see there it's 8:15 to 2:30. And on Friday, the Friday that students will be in, it's 8:15 till 1 o'clock. So for phases 3, 4 and 4, that's years 7, 8 and 9, there won't be a huge amount of changes. You can see that how the lessons are broken up there. You can see where break times will be, where lunch times will be. And at the end of the day, there will be homework clubs. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. So where it comes to phase 5, this is years 10 and 11, we recognise that actually physiologically their body is changing. Teenagers need more sleep. For years we've looked at the sleep research and seen this. And so we're going to create a later start day for students in phases 5, which is years 10 and 11. So they will start at 9 o'clock and they will finish at 4 o'clock. So it's still the same number of hours. And you can see that there is a breakfast club at the beginning of the day. And this is on Monday, Tuesday and Thursday. So you can see there on a Wednesday, they will start at 8:45 and they will finish at 3. And then on Friday, it's the same day. It's 8:15 to 1 o'clock when they are in. So that's Friday is the only day where there isn't a later start. But you can see that the character program is just changed, though it's going to be at the beginning of the day. So each year group or each phase will have a slightly different start and end time. And this will be confusing, I get that. We'll repeat this. We're going to do a lot of work with students over this. We will share this with you in lots more details, but it will become quite settled quite quickly. So if you're in year 7, 8 and 9, you'll start at 8:15 and on a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, you'll finish at 3. On a Wednesday, you'll finish at 2:30 and on a Friday, you'll finish at 1. So it's not a huge amount of difference for them. As you can see, those slightly longer days is how we are incorporating those extra hours into the week so that we have freed up that second Friday. So where it comes to phase 5, you can see for years 10 and 11, they're starting at 9 o'clock, finishing at 4 o'clock. That is on Monday, Tuesday and Thursday. So they get a longer lie-in, but they just finish that half hour later than they normally would do on a Monday, but that's Monday, Tuesday and Thursday. You can see there on a Wednesday, it's an 8:45 start. And it is a 3 o'clock finish. And then on Friday, it's the same school day as everyone else. Now, we've done that, as I say, to make sure that we're just recognising teenagers' needs for sleep and for that sense of actually trying to work with their physiological needs. So many of the families we've spoken to, and the feedback from this has been absolutely overwhelmingly positive. So thank you very much for that. It's been really, really positive knowing that you recognise and understand where schools are at, where modern life is at, and how we can best get things out for our students. So that's brilliant. But some families have said, well, actually, we're a little concerned about my child staying at home on that Friday. We're busy working parents, both of us at work. There's nobody to look after it. Well, school is still open on that Friday. So it's a non-timetable day. That doesn't mean that staff aren't in. So we're going to have a core offer available for all families. This will be supervised activities for those families who wish for their children to be in school on that Friday. This will be a term by term or a half term by half term basis. So you will sign up for a 6-week block. That means that we can staff it appropriately and make sure that we've got really, really good supervision. And it will be a supervised homework club and online revision sessions. Some of you have asked whether or not, because you've got children across different phases of school, it means that you could have 3 different drop-offs and pick-up times. Please don't worry. You can see in that day that we've got breakfast clubs at the beginning of school for phase 5 students. So if they do drop off any younger siblings, there's a place for them to come into school. And also we'll have homework clubs at the end of school. So if any of the younger students need to stay in school, they can do, and we will look after them before they get picked up. And that's across the school. And then finally, I can understand, some saying, well, hang on, are they missing out on any learning if there are only 9 timetable days? No, don't worry. We've currently got 50 hours of learning over 10 days. We're just changing that so it's 50 hours of learning over 9 days instead. So that's the model that is moving forward. We're going to talk about this more. We'll send more information out and we're going to be holding drop-ins. The first drop-in session is for Year 8 parents and that is on Wednesday. So I'll be talking more about it. I'll be available. I'll be doing a short presentation just going over the same information, and if you've got any questions or concerns, you can come and talk to us. But so far, all of the feedback we've had has been really, really positive. And this is really exciting, and that's why the DFE are involved. And we really think that this will really help improve outcomes for students, improve the experience. It means we've got space in the week to be able to do deeper work. Some of the field trip activities we can do on that second Friday. We can do support sessions. We can work more closely with families. So I think it's a really, really exciting opportunity to really change the way schools operate. So that's it from me. I hope that you all have a fantastic weekend and I look forward to seeing you. Take care, everyone.